Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, and turn on notifications so that you will receive alerts when there are new episodes. Go get it.
That's what I tell them. I've been grinding for so long, I wake up and chase my goals. I go out and I go get it. How to code, that's all I know. I don't succeed, then I don't breathe. Success, what does it mean? If I conquer all my goals, then I'm living out my dream. Dig deep, go out and get it. Success Chronicles. Compete until it's finished. Success Chronicles. Go take care of your business. Success Chronicles. It's deeper than just winning. Success.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Chip Baker coming to you with another episode of the Success Chronicles. Truly excited to have Mr. James Ashworth on with us. An amazing guy, doing some great things in leadership. And so excited to have him on to highlight his journey. So first, thanks so much for taking the time to interview with the Success Chronicles.
Of course, Chip. Thanks for the opportunity to be here. As I told you before, I'm just honored. I've seen a lot of good folks on the Success Chronicles, and I'm just excited to be a part of it today.
Yeah, thank you so much. And
of course,
before we dive in, I want to shout out our good friend Amy P. Kelly,
yes,
who connected us,
yes,
and the people of the John Gordon team. Just amazing people doing amazing things to help people, and so truly grateful for them.
Yeah, me too, man. Amy and I did some work together several years ago, and we've always stayed in contact, and she was instrumental in getting you and I connected, and so she's a good friend, and any friend of hers is a friend of mine.
Let's go. Well, let's dive into it. We've talked, when we connected, we talked about your journey a little bit, and some of the really neat things that you've been blessed and fortunate to achieve.
Yep.
But if you don't mind, just kind of share your journey,
sure,
and kind of track it to now, so the audience have an idea of who you are and what it is you do.
Okay, all right. Well, happy to do that. Even though I'm my least favorite topic, I'll give a quick rundown. I'm a 30 plus year, I call it airline vet. I'm also a second generation. My dad was in the airline industry after he retired from the military, so it's familiar. It's in my blood. The jet fuel is in my blood. But I started out my career actually servicing aircraft. And for those that aren't familiar, servicing an aircraft means that you are cleaning an airplane or dumping a lavatory, basically. But that's what I started out my career doing back in the mid '90s.
Wow.
For a company down in Atlanta, Georgia. And then I got a job working for a company called ValueJet. ValueJet's no longer in service, but I started working for ValueJet, and I was working in the contact center, taking care of customers, talking to customers and taking care of them. And then I navigated into a leadership role, and then ValueJet ultimately ended up buying a company called AirTran, rebranded themselves to AirTran Airways, and I continued to move around in leadership and hold different roles. And then back in 10 or 11, Southwest acquired AirTran. And that's where I started to make a couple of different moves with the company that I'm with today, Southwest Airlines. And I was responsible at that time for just leading one of the contact centers for AirTran. My first job at Southwest was to consolidate the contact centers that AirTran had and then merge that operation into the Southwest operation. And that was my first big responsibility here at Southwest Airlines, and took care of that, and then ultimately took on a director role, and then stepped into a managing director role, and I serve today as vice president of customer care for Southwest Airlines. So I think they don't know what to do with me, which is why I had all of the different jobs, but that's what I do today, and I've been in this role for a few years, and I'm excited to talk more about it if you have any questions on it.
I think you said you think they don't know well, a lot of times when you're a unicorn and you're rare, those things just tend to happen for you.
Yep.
How about that?
Yep. Agreed. No, it's been good, man. I've been lucky enough to work with some phenomenal people and some phenomenal teams, and we've done a lot of good work, because none of this happens without strong people beside you and in front of you.
No doubt about it. Well, what are 3 things you've accomplished in your life that you're proud of?
Yeah, that's a loaded question. For me, it has to start with family. For me, family is first over everything. And my wife and I have done what I consider a good job of raising 2 young adults. And so I'm proud of where my family is today. And we've been able to set our family up for success. We've, managed to get to some financial goals that we wanted to do together. And so I'm just really proud of what my family has done. The second thing I'm proud of is the work that we've done here at Southwest Airlines in this customer care organization. Just recently, we rebranded our name. We became customer care. We were customer support and services before, but care really represents what our teams do. And by every account by which we measure our success at Southwest Airlines for our department, we hit all of those metrics. So if it's a metric related to employee satisfaction, we hit those metrics. If it's a metric related to our financial targets, we hit those metrics. If it's related to how efficient we are, we hit those metrics. And I'm just really proud of the team that we've built here. We've all been really committed to doing what we need to do as business leaders, and also take care of our people at the same time. And so that I'm really proud of. And I guess the third thing I'm proud of is that I've been able to navigate this entire journey for me. I've been able to navigate it while being severely impacted by vision loss. I was diagnosed with not necessarily a rare degenerative eye disease back in the late 90s. I was diagnosed with macular degeneration with cone involvement. I've been able to navigate spaces, advocate for myself, advocate for others, and be able to build a career that I can look back and be really proud of. And so I would say those are the three things today that I'm probably most proud of.
That's awesome. So just hearing you discuss your journey, hearing you discuss the things that you're proud of,
yeah.
I would consider that to be hugely successful.
Thank you.
So let's hit on success.
Okay.
What is your definition of success?
Yeah, well, at its core, I think success is accomplishing a goal or an aspiration. I would just add to that you do that with good moral character. Because I believe you can hit targets, you can win races, you can win things, and those would be by Webster's definition, that would be success if that's something the Webster definition doesn't talk about how you get there. But for me to call it success, it's about how you get there. What you do, the people that you leverage along that journey, and how you treat people. And that's why I say success for me is accomplishing a goal or a mission and achieving, but doing that with good moral character.
I love that.
Yeah.
Well, what I want to do now is kind of go off script a little bit here.
Okay.
If you don't mind.
All right. We'll see. Okay.
But what I want to do is just maybe throw a few words or phrases at you.
Okay.
And you talk about what comes to mind or to heart when you hear these words or phrases. You okay with that?
Okay. I think so. We'll see how it goes.
Think we can manage
I
that?
think so.
All right. So the first word I want to give you, and the reason I'm throwing this word at you is because just based off of what you do, it's been proven to me. I've seen that you're amazing at this. Yeah. So leadership is the word I want to throw at you.
Yeah. It's a loaded word and sometimes misused, but I do believe leadership is serving others at its core.
That's good. That's good. Okay, let's go operating systems.
Okay. Let's see. The way I think about operating systems is the tools that you use to enable success for any individual or team. If you build the right operating system, and that could be technical or it could be soft, right? You could build an operating system that is more built on hospitality and care, or you can build an operating system that is built on technical aspects of clicking and pointing and clicking and hunting and pecking. But I believe operating systems are important. If I think about teams, like sports teams as an example that have had success, they always talk about, the way that they operate, and they build systems, by which they play, and it becomes in their DNA, in the core. And so I think operating systems can be a whole number of things, but I do believe it is enabling success.
That's good.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
Let's go.
Okay.
Let's go quality relationships.
Okay. I'm gonna use one word for quality relationships, and I'm going to say intentionality. Intentionality. I think you've got to be intentional to build those quality relationships. They don't just come naturally. You do have to work at them.
That's good.
Yep.
All right, so the last one I want to give you.
Okay.
I'm going to pause a little bit before I give you this one.
Okay.
And then I'm going to lean into you. So
Okay.
Hey, this is the good one right here. This is the good one.
Got it.
So the last one I want to give you is legacy.
Ooh, Chip, that's loaded.
Yeah.
Man, that's loaded. You know, when I think about legacy, I can only go back. I wish you'd have given me this one in advance. You know, I think about legacy off the cuff, and this is thought-provoking, man, because anyone who thinks about their legacy is thinking about, I think, at least for me, I guess, I'll speak for myself, is at the end of the run, whatever that run might be, how will people view you and the impact that you had on them? I think for me, I want to make sure that I always leave people, teams, businesses in a better place than when I met them. And if that's through, for individuals, if that's through just making somebody feel better about what they're trying to do, what they're trying to accomplish, if I can provide support, knowledge, you know, just being there. That's for individuals. For teams, I always want to leave teams with inspired to do more and do better. That's really important. For an organization, when I walk away from an organization, I want to have had an impact that absolutely contributes to the bottom line, whatever their bottom line is. If their bottom line is revenue, if their bottom line is how they serve customers, if their bottom line is how they produce products. Whatever it is, I want to have been able to make a positive impact for an organization. That's a loaded one, man. That's a deep one.
You know, just seeing you reflect on it and your reaction from it, and then just hearing your breakdown of it, like it takes me back to think of like all the people that we're blessed and fortunate to come in contact with.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Before us, that we've learned so many great things from, family, environments, but then also what lessons have we taken from that? The blessings and the lessons, if you will.
Yeah.
And what are we taking from that to use that to help our world be better?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you know your program is titled The Success Chronicles, and none of us achieve any success on our own.
Yes.
You know, I've heard people say, you know, I'm self-made this or I'm self-made that. I don't know how you do it. I don't know how any of that can occur without, being a part of, having people around that you can work with, you can learn from, who teach you, who guide you, and then who you just build success with. I don't think anybody can do it on their own. I agree with you wholeheartedly.
That's good.
Yeah.
Well, I want to do something a little different here too.
Okay.
I've seen. I was interviewed on an interview before, and we were getting towards the end, and the person interviewing me said, a lot of times when you interview, like you're asking, the person that you're interviewing questions. Yeah. But I wonder if the person's being interviewed has a question for the interviewer.
Okay.
And so I was like, that's pretty.
So
good.
You're gonna let me flip this.
So if it's so if you have a question that you may want to ask of me, let's shoot that.
I tell you what, I was thinking about our time today, and I looked back over. I looked a little bit over some of the previous podcasts. I've looked a little bit over your profile. I'd love to know from you, why is the Success Chronicles really important to you, and how do you decide who you want to be on your podcast? Because I think it's important to talk about success and to showcase it. But you're doing it in a way that's different than any other media outlet I've seen before. Why is that passionate for you?
I think, first off, that's a great question. Gave me chills. Actually.
Flipped it. I flipped
it. You did good. Hey, you did good on that. Woo, let's go. All right, let me see here now.
Yeah.
I think the first thing is why it's important to me is I've really been blessed to have some great people in my life to show me the way. All right, like you talked about, so many people say self-made. I'm definitely not self-made.
Yeah.
I'm definitely I've been blessed to have some great people in my life to pour into me and make me who I am. I believe that I'm a product of a whole lot of people loving me.
Yeah.
And so in turn, what I strive to do is to just, I know what it feels like to receive that love and care and people looking out for you. And man, I know what it feels like. It feels amazing.
It does.
And so I just strive to give that.
Yeah.
Like that's what I know.
Yeah.
And so in my life, I just strive to look out for others, take care of others, because I think the big man gives us all talents and gifts.
Yeah.
And it's our job to figure out what that is.
Yeah.
And then go 100 at it and giving it to others.
Right.
And that's what I strive to do in what I do with the Success Chronicles, even more so in my life.
Mm-hmm.
So really, it's not a difference for me. The only thing is that people see the Success Chronicles on the platforms, but really that's how I live my life. Mm-hmm. And so it's an organic thing.
Yeah.
For me.
Yep.
But then the next phase, you asked, how do I, how do I pick the people? Really, will you talk to me?
Okay.
I think we can all learn from one another.
Yes, I agree.
I don't get caught up in this person has this followers or this title or doing I really don't get caught up in that. What I get caught up in is man, I think that this person has some tremendous value. I would love to highlight them and share their journey because they're doing amazing things.
Yeah.
And kind of that's where it is for me and why I do it.
I love it. I love it. Well, again, I am extremely honored to be a part of it. And my last question for you is just, what can I do to help you continue to be successful? Is there anything that James Ashworth can do for you?
And that's awesome. That's a great question. I think it first starts off by what we're doing now, just having a great conversation and sharing. And I think that, man, I'm truly grateful because I know you're a super busy guy. I'm truly grateful for you to give me your time and just, talk life and success in hopes to inspire and motivate others, because it will. Yeah. But then the next thing is, I'm always looking for opportunities to speak and pour into others and encourage others. Always looking for opportunities to highlight others, because I think that people need to know that I see you.
Yep. Yeah.
Man, I see you and I see what you're doing. I love it, right? I think it's always an opportunity, any opportunity to highlight others. Yep. I'm always game for that. And so I appreciate you asking that, and I appreciate your heart with that. So, man, that's some good question. I need to take some notes on that. I got better today.
Well, again, I'm honored to be with you, man. It's been a short amount of time, but this has been the highlight of my day, man. Highlight of my week. To just spend time catching up with you. I'm glad we had an opportunity to connect. And again, thank you, Amy Kelly, for bridging that connection. Yeah,
I think it's awesome too, and I'll go even deeper. How you talked about the highlight, it's been the highlight for me as well. Once we got connected and we talked about, connecting and getting together, man, I'm on the way.
Yeah.
I'm coming to see you, man. I'm on the way.
Yeah.
And so it's really neat to just see the headquarters and the really neat layout. I drive in and I'm getting to watch planes land, and it's cool. And then you walk in and you see all the different things that you've seen from the outside.
Yeah.
The branding and all of that, the love, but then when you get to see it on the inside and how everybody's cordial and really welcoming, it's a really neat thing. And so, man, God, that's awesome for you. God bless you on your journey.
Thank you.
So happy
so
for
much.
you. And I think it's a really neat thing. So,
Same to you, sir.
Yeah.
Thanks for being here.
Of course. Well, as we close, I'd love for you to get an opportunity where people can go, check you out, follow what you do, and show you some love.
Yeah. Well, you can find me on LinkedIn. I'm there. You and I are connected.
Yes, sir.
And if anybody wants to reach out to me, you can catch me at james.ashworth@myyahoo.com. That's my email, and happy to connect with anybody and do just about anything I can to help support as folks are trying to, navigate their journeys. But I'm here for it. But yeah, thank you again.
Yes, sir. Yep. Yes, sir. Well, thank you, and God bless you on your journey. I wish you the best of luck with everything you have going on.
Same to you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yep. Appreciate it.
And thank you guys for checking out this episode. We'll see you next time. God bless. All right, how was that for you?
That was good for me. Did it cover what you?
It was great.
Was it good content?
It was great, right, brother.
Edit out the bad parts.
No, ain't no bad parts. It was all good.
Yeah, I know you got to run. What side of town do you have to run?
I'm going to Heath,
Texas.
Rockwall, Heath.
Okay.
So I'm actually, I'm going to interview Amberly Lago, and she's connected with the John Gordon people as well.
What's her name?
Amberly Lago.
Amberly.
Yeah, so she's connected with John's wife, and they've done some conferences and all of that stuff together.
Okay.
So real good people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. You need help with any of this?
No. I got it. I know you busy. I'll set it back. Go get it.